I will welcome Mathias Jonsson van Huuksloot, who is the chairman of the fintech company Quickbit.
Hi.
Hey, Mathias.
Mats, how are you doing today?
Yeah, fine. It's very snowy here in Stockholm. How's Amsterdam?
Looking out the window, there's absolutely no snow. I don't think there's going to be any sign of that this year, but it's a nice temperature, not so bad.
Yeah. Okay. From today, I mean, you now have your share dual listed in Stockholm and in Stuttgart. Why is the German market interesting for Quickbit?
Well, first of all, if we just look at the specific marketplace, the Börse Stuttgart is very crypto friendly. So that is a key point for us. And then if you then look at the current marketplace where we were until 9 minutes ago, it is very limited access to non-Swedish investors. I would say limited to none, basically, unless you go through a lot of hoops that the normal smaller kind of investor would not be willing or know how to do. So it's not only to reach the German market, but here in the local business community in the Netherlands where I live, very often I'm asked, how can I buy your shares? And until today, my boring answer has been, you'd have to try to find a Swedish broker and you need to go through those hoops, and then conversation usually stops there. So now we can access a very large market in a marketplace that is, that is friendly towards cryptocurrency. And in the future, Germany will most likely be a very important market for us as well, geographically. And then it also offers us different kind of access to institutional investors now that we've taken this move. Last night, I had a long conversation with the head of capital markets with a German bank, and to see what they can offer us in terms of services, and the response we're getting is really a pleasant one. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, sounds great. To be honest, your business is in crypto, and I mean, if you follow Bitcoin, for instance, it has been very volatile, the volatile business. And is the crypto business here to stay, to be a part of our infrastructure in the financial industry, do you think?
Absolutely, 100%. If you just look back, I'll give you an example. Marco Polo came back from China 800 years ago, more or less, and he came back with paper money. And you can imagine people laughing at him and a lot of skepticism and saying that will never work. And of course, in the beginning, in the heyday of Bitcoin, for instance, it was affiliated with people saying, well, that's for dubious transactions, and that's for criminals, and it's for so-and-so. And now that we see the recent surge in Bitcoin price, for instance, we see that the acceptance is growing tremendously every single day. And indifferent to a lot of fiat currencies that are now used for dubious activities, cryptocurrency, I can assure you that in order to buy cryptocurrency from us, we apply much stricter rules than a bank would normally do when it comes to fiat currency. So we are slowly getting into the general adoption of cryptocurrency. So the answer to your question, if it's here to stay, you bet.
Okay, so you think it will develop during a lot of years, or do you think we will have like a revolution from the use of crypto?
Well, I think it's going to be here for as long as Marco Polo's paper money has been.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you recently raised a lot of money. You raised 66.4 million Swedish crowns. And what are your plans for this capital injection?
Quite a few things. Actually, we have a fantastic team of people. We will continue to recruit people using that money. Our team is, amazing, and we will continue to recruit people of that level and invest in our product development. And then we're also going to feed a whole bunch of lawyers to be regulated and do licensing procedures for new markets as we roll out towards our goal of being a global market leader.
Okay. You have a lot of things to do, right? I think one, of course, reasonable question for a company like you is, what's the vision of a company like Quickbit?
Oh, well, that's a very broad question. I prefer to talk about our action plan and talk about it in the shorter interim.
Yeah.
So we are launching our own app and our own card to be able to spend what you're investing in. We're doing that at the very end of February or first few days of March. So that's a big one for us. And then we are also doing something that we call merchant services, which will be an easy plugin for online businesses that want to use cryptocurrency as a payment method in their system. So that's the big focus at the moment, and continue to grow as a company and grow our revenues and grow our user base, obviously.
Okay. Thanks, Mathias. And as a German investor, why should I invest in a company like Quickbit?
I think you shouldn't only just be German to invest in our company. I think every nationality should invest in our company, to be honest. I think if you look at the investment case itself, apart from our ambitions and our products and what we're about to roll out, I think if you look at benchmarking towards other companies and see what's happening out there in the space, have an example, there's a US-based company called Backed. They have a valuation of $2.1 billion on the basis of having a prognosis that they will have 30 million users in 2025. And currently they have 400,000 that have signed up as being interested in download one product, which is a crypto exchange app. And we have in our database people that have actually used our product a lot more than that number. So I think as an investment case, whether you're Swedish, you're German, Norwegian, Swiss, French, or whatever you are, go for it.
Globally. Okay. Thanks you, Mathias. Thanks for an interesting conversation. We have to move on. So have a nice weekend down in Amsterdam.